Hi, my name is Taryn.
And my name's Daniel.
Our journey with Guiding Star started about a year after we started trying to get pregnant. I had seen some posts on Facebook from my friend who had been sharing her journey with infertility and the Creighton model, and decided to reach out to her, that it was worth a shot. We attended an intro session to learn more about the Creighton model and were brought in right away. And then over the next few months, we worked with our fertility care practitioner, Sarah, in learning how to chart and just learning the system together. And then after a few months of charting, we discovered some abnormalities in my cycle that were contributing to our infertility. So since then, we've been able to work with my fertility care practitioner and my NAPRO doctor, who is specialized in being able to read my chart and identify what is going on with my cycle and my hormones. So it's just so cool that God has given us these biomarkers in our bodies that we can use to track and identify issues and deal with our fertility.
Yeah. And from my perspective as the male, until we started trying to get pregnant, I think my understanding of the female body was very limited. So getting into this with the Creighton model that Guiding Star is using, it just helped from an education standpoint, just understand for me the complexity, that balance of hormones throughout the cycle. And with the Creighton system, you start looking at the charting and the cycle. You get this visual representation of what's going on in your spouse's body. They deal with it all the time, but from a male's perspective, it's very easy for us just to be oblivious. So that visual representation, looking at, what's going on through the cycle, and you start to understand which days you can use to avoid or which days you can use to conceive. And that's when I started to click for me that there's really a limited number of days in a woman's cycle where she can actually get pregnant. So that's kind of for me, when I look to other men, I would say there is a natural way to plan your family. There's a natural way to avoid getting pregnant. There's a natural way to get pregnant. And God created that biology in us. And I just think that is really cool and eye-opening when we started getting into this.
And I just love the emphasis on our fertility being a mutual and a shared responsibility between both of us. With birth control, unfortunately, that's the most widely used form of contraception. Women bear 100% of the weight and side effects, whether it's mood swings, weight gain, low libido, the list goes on forever. I mean, birth control is just so detrimental to our health. When women, when we're only fertile for a handful of days within a cycle, and then men are fertile 24/7, 7 days a week. So it's just been a huge weight lifted off my shoulders, just knowing that, God created both of us and our bodies to work together, and that our fertility is a shared responsibility, and that we're valuing life that way. And that, Daniel's on board and helping me chart and, consistently asking about my cycles and, just being on the same page with our fertility.
Yeah, so I think kind of the bottom line, Guiding Star, they really helped to kickstart our journey with dealing with some of the infertility we experienced. It helped us understand what is and what isn't normal. And with their education and use of the Creighton model for natural family planning, that's become the cornerstone tool that we're using to identify, which days we can use while trying to conceive.
I'm just so grateful for Guiding Star. We're completely bought in and supportive of their mission to bring, holistic healthcare to women and families. I think women are really craving more options for healthcare outside of just conventional allopathic medicine, and personalized medicine is important when it comes to dealing with, any sort of health issues. If it's infertility, different birth options, breastfeeding support, the list just goes on. Not to mention education, throughout your whole cycle. I mean, from the preteen years up to, women going through menopause. I just can't believe I didn't know ovulation was a thing and that cervical mucus was normal until we started trying to conceive. So yeah, I'm just constantly telling my friends to ditch the pill. I know it's scary, but yeah, I'm just so grateful for Guiding Star and Creighton and the models that we're using, and just the assurance we have, and the assurance that it offers, you know, when it's implemented correctly. So yeah, really excited and proud of the work Guiding Star is doing and all the great people, that are on your team. Anything else?
No.
All right.